And unfortunately, the problem, the main issue is the Epstein files. Because, you know, I don't care myself, me personally, and this is not on behalf of the retired Imam's office or the spiritual supernatural coalition forces, mystical and non-mystical divisions. And thank you, the B brigade, reminding us of the notorious Badrin, the Lilu, the Latifi brigade. Thank you for that, the B. Attaché, reminding us of that. But the reality of the situation is that when you say you actually are Christian or Muslim or Jewish, you have any type of faith, your actions will clearly describe of what you are. Actions explain more than words. Everyone knows that. You could look at a person in a picture and come out of there with 1,000 words. People do not understand that's almost 2 pages that you can write about a person just by looking at them closely and reading their facials. So why is it that the American administrations, after 250 years, they decide that they still want to be involved in warfare? That is the question of the day. They always give peace a chance. People want economic change. People want to be successful. All this money allocated to warfare in the Middle East, which, by the way, don't try to sell anybody on nuclear proliferation, on anything nuclear, never have. How are you going to take away the people's knowledge? What, you just going to keep bombing and bombing and bombing and bombing and bombing, and then people you think are going to lose knowledge? No! People will never lose knowledge that way. That's so ridiculous. The colonial imperialist ideology, the biggest issues that they have is that others are outdoing them in whatever it is that they're outdoing them. Maybe it's oil. And these administrations, they always have to go after oil. You have plenty of oil in Alaska, from Alaska all the way to its opposite states. You should be enough. But what is it that you have to go after every region for whatever, and impoverishing? America has such a great impoverishment of youth. America has a trap for, urban, minorities in the youth. They always get trapped with one of 3 things. It's either impoverished. They either get impoverished, indebted, or they get entrapped into these gang-related situations, and they always wind up in those cases in either jail or the other one. We hoping Jalla Jalalu on the Friday spares them all, because already you look into the white neighborhoods, and they have the best of schools. First of all, the best of education. Education is liberation. But they also have the best technical schools. So that means that even if the kid doesn't want to go to regular school, they go to technical school. And then, they have the best of opportunities. They have the best of all these advantages. The best of neighborhoods. You go to the white people neighborhood, and they're walking their dogs and riding their bicycles, and, kids are just rolling in with trolleys. It's just, a normal day, business as usual. It's such a beautiful day, peaceful and everything. But you go to the rundown neighborhoods, everybody's at work. Everybody's busy supporting the economy, paying for the higher cost. because of these ridiculous wars. 250 years. And America has not have even a 25%, 26% of peace. This is not correct. On the backs of the people, on the backs of the descendants of the slaves. Okay, fine. The descendants of the owners of the land itself? Are you kidding me? No, you're kidding yourself. Because that is completely unacceptable. And I want my tax money back. All right. But the problem in all fairness, I want to say this. I myself would love to see 250 years of peace. Can we have that? Can America? Because, the biggest problem about America is not that it is America, it has so many enemies. That is not the big problem. Especially these enemies are military enemies. They're enemies for a military reason. And when you look at the military reason, unfortunately, just you be the judge. Anyone who just look at whatever, claimed, the enemies, the military enemies are making against any part of history. Any part of history. Just look at it. And then you look at today what the military foes of the United States are claiming. You're already a big lie. I would just like to see the whole thing be at peace for a change. Everyone be united and at love and compassion and want for everyone what they want for themselves. And call a spade. And remain patient too. Don't take violent means. Non-violence is always the best way. Realize that it has to begin with oneself, period. That's all there is to it. And, besides the mystical and spiritual supernatural divisions, we are also speaking on behalf of the girls here. We are speaking on behalf of the uncles and the cousins. We're speaking on behalf of the grand ancestors. Grand ancestors, very important. We're speaking on behalf of the supporters whom are well-wishers who take their time and make supplications. We are feeling your supplications. We are feeling your admirations. We are feeling your devotions, and we are feeling your messages, non-compliant and compliant alike, definitely. We appreciate the militias, we appreciate the Met Corps, we definitely appreciate the 99th Corps, we appreciate the 200 and 193 Battalion, 313 Badr Brigades. We definitely appreciate all of those who have been in supported from Arkhan, Ashwab, Arabin, Union. We're appreciating those in the surrounding districts that have been in supportive. Arkash East and West alike, we're giving all of the necessary attention as best we can to all of the divisions that are spread across the empires of the Quranic regions, as well as those whom are allied with them from Europe, as well as South Africa, East Africa, North Africa, as well as West Africa. Definitely, we're happy with those who are supporting from Central Africa, those who are supporting from Latin America. We are definitely thanking those who are from Asia. We are thanking those who are from India. We love our Indian Bengali, Pakistan divisions. We are thankful to Jalla Jalaluhu's call, definitely. And we much look forward to unifying with the Sayyidul Awwalin. By the means of Jalla Jalaluhu, we ask him to accept us among those whom he mentioned, not just in Maryam, but all of those who are associated with the Surah of Maryam throughout the Quran. And the message is very clear. The Quran has to be taken entirely and applied entirely. Any short after one realizes that they're doing with it and then continuously does with it is completely unacceptable. And that's why the retired Imam's office is issuing a statement and making it very clear on this Friday on behalf of the entire Allied Coalition Operational Forces. And this was the spokesperson releasing the statement and the qualifications and declarations from 2021, putting into action and motion the proclamations following from Operation Stop Lying Forever, as well as the proclamations that this Quran will everlastingly rise from Richmond, Virginia, which is followers. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and peace be upon all of you who are seeking the truth for the sake of the Creator alone. And we will hopefully meet you and those whom the Creator knows best in the most sacred places, only known and be known to Him in the hereafter. And peace be upon you.